right, all right, all right. Okay. So, hello everyone, and welcome back. This is week number 8. We've been going at this process for 8 weeks straight. Okay, and so I want to welcome you to our ASL music tutorial with myself, Deanne Lane. So, I am your ASL visual based learning expert, and I'm here to share with you how to navigate the process of how to prepare when it's time for you to say, okay, I want to learn a song, how to sign a song and sign language. What are the steps? How do I start? And so we have been on this journey together, you and I want to thank everyone who has attended and joined in to support and learn. I think it's awesome that you are taking the first step in your journey of learning sign language. Now, it starts here, but it doesn't end here, okay? And so your start is where we're just learning basic vocabulary, always starting with the ABCs, adding on. And then, of course, as you begin to develop more skill, you too will be able to actually gloss your own song. But for now, I'm here to guide you through that process because I know how to do that. And so, by teaching you songs, imagine how much vocabulary you're actually learning. And you're actually learning sentences using ASL sentence structure in the appropriate way. And this is a great way. Everyone loves music. Yep, everyone. And then on top of that, you're learning a new language and how to communicate, which ties into our overarching vision to be able to be a bridge of the communication, gap that's between the hearing and the deaf community in the world. And those that experience hearing loss at whatever age, we want to be able to provide an alternative way to communicate with your family, with your friends, with maybe your nurses or your doctors or care takers, or family, your mom and dad, etc., your family. And so we want to be able to maintain communication through sign language, and this is an introduction to that. So for the last 7 weeks, we kind of focused on the process, and tonight we're going to continue with practice. So the first week, we looked at the song itself, did a little song analyzing, and then we actually, on week number 2, we added a translation of the song. Week number 3, we actually shared that information and the interpretation with a member from the deaf community to get their feedback. And that's for the purpose of ensuring that we are involving the deaf community and getting validation, approval to use the sentence structure in that way, to involve to see if we are presenting it in a way that visually, conceptually accurate, that their community can understand. So when you kind of advance to a more, you know, I guess higher level, like myself, on an interpreter level, then you have a really good, clear understanding. But guess what? I still share my gloss, my translation of the lyrics to songs, and I ask the deaf community, how do I show this, or how do I sign this in a way that will be really clear? How would you sign it? And so oftentimes I am able to get that feedback, and I'll change up what I put down, and I'll change it, to match more in a better way for the deaf audience to understand the interpretation. Okay, so how's everyone doing tonight? Let me look at my TikToks. If you see me looking down, it's because I'm checking my TikTok. I'm not able to check my Instagram or the other platforms I'm on at the same time. Maybe someone will volunteer to become my moderator to help me with that in the future. But tonight, I want to say hello for my TikTok audience out there. Let's see who we have. We have, I think it's Yulia or something like that. I can't see it. And then Nessa. And then we have Bernard. Hey, Bernard. Let's see who else has come in. Prophetess. I can't quite see it. It's so light on the screen. Ivar. Okay. And then we have Victor. Victor. Victor Williams is here as well, and a few others. So welcome, everyone. I am Deanne Lane, and I am your visual-based learning expert, and I'm going to be sharing with you how to sign and interpret the song entitled Rise Up, and it's by who? Andra Day. So it's a very inspirational song, and I only do inspirational music myself. Some interpreters really enjoy doing the rap of various kinds. Some prefer, comedy. I prefer gospel music as well as some R&B and inspirational music. Songs that have words that have a positive meaning, that really resonates in a positive way, that moves, that touches and inspires others. So that's the kind of music that I prefer. And, no shade on those that, prefer other songs. That's fine. There's a need for every situation. Okay. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get started. How we're going to approach tonight. So we talked about when you get the song, you want to be sure that you look at the meaning, figure out what is the song really saying, just analyze it, who's involved, how many characters involved, is there a setting to be mindful of, what's the mood, what's the tone, is the song slow, is it kind of moderate, or is it a fast rhythm or pace. So you have to know that what feeling does the song actually convey or make you feel. So with that, it gets you to thinking about what word choices you will decide to use when it's time for you to write it down in ASL word order. Okay. Then number 2, we then write it down, and then number 3, in our translation, number 3, we then share it with a member from the deaf community. And then for weeks numbers 4 through 7, you're practicing. You're just practicing the lyrics and signing it. How do I do that? I take one part at a time. All right. And I just focus on that part only. And then I add on. So we're going to do that tonight. So we're going to start with verse number 1, and we're going to do it like 3 times. Then we're going to add on and go to the next part with the chorus involved, and then we'll do the next part. So we're just going to do each part 3 times, okay, for our hour together. And then next week is our performance. So if you have not yet received or emailed me for your access to the lyric sheet that I glossed, my gloss version of it, then please direct mail me or direct message, DM, send me a message, and I'll send you the lyric sheet so you can see the words and how it's written out. So you'll have your English on one side, and you'll have your ASL on the other side. And each capitalized letter represents a sign, and it's showing you the word order. And each one of those words you should be able to look up in a sign language dictionary and find that production of that sign. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Are you ready? Give me some hearts. Let me know that you're ready. Now, those of you next week, as we're planning, if you could just simply, learn. I have something on my eye. Okay. If you can learn the course, then you can join in on the live performance. Okay. So if you just focus on for you, that part, then you can sign it on the live. Okay. So next week, today is the 9th. So next week is the 16th. So on July the 16th, I know that's a friend of mine's birthday. Okay, later. Okay, just remember. I just remembered that. Okay, so July the 16th, we're actually going to do the performance and we're going to go live to do that. Okay, and so we'll be inviting people into the live to sign it with us, and that's how we're going to end and conclude this song. If you have a song that you want us to learn for the next time that we continue, with the lives, then let me know. Let me know, and we'll take a vote on that, and we'll choose the song to teach next time. Okay. All right. Here we go. So I'm gonna play. Let's see here. There it is. So I'm going to play the song, and I'm really taking you through, again, my process of how I practice and prepare for music performances. Here we go. Okay, I thought I had it up, but here it is here. All right. Okay, so I'm putting the lyrics on the screen here. All right. So we're gonna get started with the first verse. We're gonna focus on that. Okay, so let's just review the signs real quick before I play the music so you can see it. So we're gonna say you broken down and tired. So we're gonna say you broken down. How does it like you broken down, lost up until now, and tired. Then we sign anxious, anxious, anxious. And then you go around like this. And then you sign again, again. That's going to be of living life on a merry-go-round. Or sorry, a merry-go-round. So you're broken down and tired of living life on a merry-go-round. And you can't fight, and you can't find the fighter, and you can't connect, fight inside, heart, take it out. Okay. But I see in you, see the heart, basically saying, heart, drop it, look at it. That's your look at heart. Okay. I see, finish. We're going to walk it out and move mountains. I do what? I separate, and then I challenge. Okay. So I do separate, but I'm going to do separate instead of going like this. I'm going to turn my fingers out this way, like I'm moving it out the way. So I separate, right? And then I'm going to sign challenge, all right? And then we're going to walk it out. It's you and I together, move, move, move. Okay. So you and I, this is you and me, and this is abbreviated you and I. You and I together, we're going to move, move, move. And I move mountains. I do separate any blocks. I'm pulling them down. Okay? Okay. And this is all on the lyric sheet. Okay. So that's what we're focusing on. So here we go. Oh, let me slow the song down. The way we do that is you go into your YouTube setting, the spindle, and you'll see the speed, playback speed, and you just go up one above normal, which is 0.75, and it will slow your video down, which will allow you to be able to practice with the music at an easier pace. Okay, slows it down for you so you don't feel like you're racing to finish. Okay, all right, so here we go. Where'd the video go? It's hidden behind the screen here. Hold on a second. Ah. Oh no, I got the videos hiding behind the. There it is. Okay. Okay, so that's there. Okay, here we go. I got it now. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready, TikTok? Okay, so we're gonna practice verse 1. Stop there. All right, so before we get to that part, we're gonna do it one more time. You broken down, and let's see. Here we go. Okay, so we're just focusing on the first 3 verses. Okay. Before we get to that part, the next part, we're going to do it one more time and make sure we have it. And this is how you do it. You take maybe 1 to 3 sentences at a time, and you just practice, practice, and focus on that until you get the rhythm down. Okay. So hello, 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 everyone, and welcome to our ASL music tutorial with myself, Deanne Lane. And we're going through our practice tonight as we're getting ready for our sign language performance, which is going to happen next week. And we're going to do that live here on our platform. So if you can at least learn the course, if you haven't, been with me up until this time, then if you can learn the course, that'd be great. And then you can join in. Okay. All right. So right now we're on the first 3 verses. More. Here we go. Okay. So now we're going to add the woo, woo, woo. So we're going to go from the top, and I'm going to add the woo, move, move mountains. We're going to walk it out, move mountains. Okay. We're going to add that part. Okay. Here we go. There we go. Oh, I forgot challenge. I forgot. Okay, here we go again. So that whole section. Okay, here we go. Okay, one more time. Get in there. So you keep going over each part until you feel it, until you got it, till it's you're matching up the notes. So if you have a half note or a quarter note or a full note, that determines how long you hold the sign. Okay. So we're working through it. So it's not perfect, but we're working through it to get to that point. Okay. So thank you for staying with me and welcome everyone to our ASL music tutorial with me, Deanne Lane. Here we go. Practicing. Oh, it's going to Okay. So now we're going to go into the chorus. And the chorus is I rise strong. Let's try that together. Point at yourself. I. You're going to give me a V position, flat hand on your non-dominant hand, and you're going to turn it up towards the ceiling and land on top. Rise up and strong. Okay. And so then we say, I rise like the day. We're signing the sign sunset bright. So we're going to say the sun, sunrise, excuse me, sunrise bright, not set. Sunrise and then bright. Okay. So the middle finger and twinkle, 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 twinkle. Okay. And then I'll rise up again. I'll go ahead and I'll rise up strong. I'll rise unafraid. I strong. And you're just going to use your head negation for the not and sign afraid. So it's going to be not afraid versus not afraid. We're just going to go not afraid of nothing. Okay. So not afraid of nothing. I'll rise up. We're going to say, stay. I rise up strong, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. I continue, continue, and then I do it again and again and again. So continue is two thumbs, and your dominant hand just kind of touches on top of the non-dominant hand, and you push out. Okay, like pushing towards the obstacle. You're continuing. You're going on and on. This means to continue. We're going to inflect it to show that it's happening continuously, ongoing. That's an inflected sign to show that it's continuously happening. The sign for again, it's your clean slate of your dominant hand, your non-dominant hand, and the fingers. Bye-bye, hold it, and touch right in the center. That means again. Okay, that means again. So because we're inflecting it to show that it's happening continuously, we're saying again and again and again. That's part of the first part of the chorus that you'll learn. So there's two parts of the chorus that you will learn, and then you can join in next week for our live performance of Rise Up. Okay, here we go. So let's try to put it together. I'm going to take it from the beginning and add it on. Actually, let's start it there. Here we go. Let's start it at the course and then add on. Here it goes. Okay, see it? Okay, let's do it again. Okay. So now we're going to add it from the beginning to the chorus. Adding on. Okay. And it's okay if you mess up. It's practice. Okay. I mess up also. Okay. Here we go. I'll rise up. All right. Good job. Good job. So the second part of the chorus is she says, and I'll rise up high like the waves. So we're going to say sing, and then we're going to sign the waves of the sea. We're just going to start low and go up high. Okay. So we're going to go down low like this and come up high. Thank you. Keep it coming. Thanks for the gift. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Keep tapping that screen for my TikTok viewers. We're getting through it, you guys. All right. So sing, waves, high, strong. And then we go right back to rise up, continue. And it says, in spite of the ache, we're going to say no matter. So you just basically take 2-5 positions and move them back and forth like this. No matter, inside. Imagine having a pocket on your blouse right here, and you have the pocket and you're taking and putting something in it. That means inside. Inside. Okay? Inside. So we're saying no matter what's inside me, I may be in pain and I may be broken or hurting. I'm still going to rise, and so will you. Okay. So here we go. So inside, you're going to take and put inside your heart, and then you're going to say pain. So give me 2 index fingers. You're going to point them toward each other and you're going to twist. That means pain, like you're taking 2 knives and digging it in. Okay, so it's a twist like this. Okay, twist. That means pain. Pain. If I did it right here, I'm saying I have a headache. If I do it over my heart is aching. I'm in pain. Okay. If I do it at my knee, then it's at the knee. Okay. All right. Pain, and then we said to be torn. We're basically thinking like you're tearing something in half like this. So this is an S position, and you're just tearing like you're tearing a piece of paper, but you're going to use the S and you're going to rip down, but you're going to do that over your heart. So my right hand tears down like this. Can you see that? The S position, torn. You just drop it down like that. Okay. Good job. Hey, Henry. Hey, Henry. Hi. Okay. All right. So, is that Henry from Faith? I can tell. It looks like it could be. Well, hi anyway. Anyway, so This is the second part of the chorus. So it says, I'll rise up high like the waves. Strong. So we're signing, what are we signing? Same. And then we're going to go like waves and show them go up high like it's coming up and down and then come back to strong. Okay. High like the waves. I'll rise up, continue, no matter, inside, pain, torn. That's what we're going to say in spite of the ache. And then stay, I rise up, strong, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. So we're going to do that part, and then we'll go from the top. Okay, so here's the second part. Okay, again. So we're doing that second part of the chorus. So here's the second part coming out, you all. So here it is. All right. All right. We're halfway through the song. We're halfway through. So we're going to go back and we're going to start from the top. Okay. We're going to put it together. So let's do it. Here we go. Let's see here. We're getting it. We're getting it. We're getting it. Okay. So here we go. Are you ready? Are you ready? Give me some hearts. Give me some hearts. Okay. Make sure you share with someone that want to learn something. So here we go. Chorus. Second part of the chorus. Good job. Now this is good for you. Okay, so let me walk you through that part. So we're saying for you, ooh, ooh. And then we're going to do a number one in front of us and say, for you, precious, precious inside. So let's try that. For you, ooh, 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 ooh. And then while you're pointing, you're going to take your non-dominant hand and point for you. Sign precious. Now, precious is on the chin with a C position like this, and then you go to an S. So on the chin, you're just doing like this from the chin. This means precious, precious, okay? Precious, precious. If you do it with two hands, it's two C's to an S. Precious. And then you go back inside, and then we say precious for you. And then we bring that one back up again. Precious for you, and then for you, and then you and me, we connect. Precious, come on. All right. So that's what we're doing there. All right. Good job, everybody. So let's put that together with just the chorus, with the song. Let's see. Okay, so here it is. For you, in turn, you, me, I, precious inside, precious for you, for you, we connect, precious. Come on. Oh, I'm getting some community things going on. What did that mean? Oh my gosh. So I'm like 80% of the live goal is complete. So we gotta celebrate. I gotta stop and celebrate, but I gotta keep going, gotta keep going. That's why I need a moderator. Someone to control it for me and do some stuff to respond to you. This is amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you. We're learning together how to sign the song by Andra Day, and it's entitled Rise Up. And so we're going through our practices. We're just practicing together right now as we're preparing for our signing performance, which will happen on next week on July the 16th during this 7 o'clock hour. During the first part of the class, we'll basically practice a little bit, then we'll invite people to come in and we'll actually, play the song, and then we'll sign it together, and then that'll be it. Okay. And so that's how we are introducing sign language through music. And we are using it as a way to give you an opportunity to start learning a beautiful expressive language that we hope that you can use in your conversation with, whether it's someone who's deaf, hard of hearing, or maybe an aging adult who's losing their hearing, or maybe someone who is on the spectrum. Maybe they're autistic and they're not able to use their voice in the same way. Introducing sign language is an awesome tool. Okay. And so thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, TikTok, for being here, and my Instagram followers as well. All right. So we have just really gone through the first verse, the first and second part of the chorus, and we're gonna now add on to the let's see here, the second verse. Okay, we're just practicing, we're gonna keep adding on, and this is an awesome approach for your practice as well. I never try to play the whole song at one time, not at the beginning. So I keep building on until I become stronger with signing the lyrics, and then I play the whole song. So I go piece by piece by piece, and I focus, and I do it over and over again until I feel comfortable with it, and I add on until I finish the whole song. By then, I'm able to sign the whole song. Now I'm practicing the whole song. Okay, so that's where we're getting to. But tonight we're going through each chunk, okay, of practice. We have a little bit more time, so hang in there with me. All right, so the next part is when silence isn't quiet. We have those, moments in our lives where just inside the inner, turmoil is just happening. And we're just thinking, processes, pining on a certain, person or topic or thing or situation. And so this is saying when the silence isn't quiet and it feels it's not getting, and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe. Maybe you feel like you're ready to hyperventilate. I can't breathe. Okay. And you feel like sometimes just quit and just giving up. I just give up. I surrender. You feel weak inside, and you feel like just taking the proverbial towel and just throwing it in. All right. But and Andra Day is saying, but I promise that you and I will take the world to its feet, meaning that any challenge that comes our way, we're going to conquer it together. Okay. And we're going to move these mountains, bring the mountains to its feet, or bring the challenge to its feet, resolve the problem, and move the mountains. So that's what we're going to sign. So here we go. The first verse goes like this: that silence, that silence. So silence, you put like the shh, and then you cross your two fives at the top like this, and just separate it. That means silent. Put it together, silence. Put it together, silence. Noise, you're going to tap the ear and then do vibration waves in the space in front of you like this. This means noise. Sound, vibrations is noise. So noise, we're going to say noise. Okay. So that full sentence is that, silence, noisy. That, silence, noisy. Got it? Next sentence is, and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe. We're signing feel. We're going to take the middle finger and flick up over the heart. This means feel. Feel. Now the sign shock. By the eye, what you see, frozen. Shock. 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 Okay? Go back to the sign inside. Remember the pocket. Grab from the air and put it in the pocket. You're putting inside of you. Inside. Dissolve. You can basically imagine the sand filtering through your hand like this, but it's going to turn up towards the ceiling, and you're going to do like this. Dissolve. Okay, looks like this. Okay, got it? Dissolve. Now we're going to do the sign weak. Imagine these are your legs, 4 legs. If you have 2 people standing by each other, and you're just going to put the fingers on your palm of your non-dominant hand, like they're standing, and your knees become weak. 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 Like, oh, sometimes situation hits you so hard, it makes you weak at the knees, right? I get so weak in the knees, I can hardly speak. So weak. All right. I lose all control. Another song. All right. So we have dissolve weak. Then we have, but I promise we will. No, we're going to stop there. That's what we're going to focus on that one. And then we'll add the next 3 verses. So we always do like maybe 3, focus on 3 sentences at a time. Okay. So we're going from when the silence is quiet and I know you feel like dying. So that's where we're going to go to. All right. So here it goes. It looks like this. Start here. That, silence, noisy, feel, shocked, attacked, closed in. I know that inside, dissolve, weak. Okay. I don't think I taught you and it feels like it's hard to breathe. I skipped right to the third sentence. Let me go back a little bit. I digress. So I started there, but I didn't finish it. So we did feel, and then we did shock. I didn't do the last sign. So we're signing, we can actually do attack like this. We can do attack like this and then say hard to breathe. We can do attack like this and then say it's hard to breathe. So we're like taking like the pulse of the heart like that. Okay. So it's basically moving the sign. So it's moving like this, but on top of each other. Out, close, out. Like your heart is like beating really, it's really tight in your chest. So if you like this impact or this impact, Which one do you like? So let me know, TikTok, since you're live and I can see you live. Which sign choice do you like? So it could look like this. Number one, you can say attack and my heart starts to compress really tight. Or you can say I get hit with so many things coming my way and makes my heart contract. Let me know if you like number one or number two. Either one is fine. Either one works. It doesn't matter. But it's just how you feel. So again, number one, let me put a number one if you like number one, if you want this hit like this, impact, or a number two if you like the hit on your body, which makes it like things coming your way. And then your heart contracts. One or two? Which one? I'm going to be looking in the chat box. Let me see here. Let's see. Let's see. One or two? What do you think? What do you think, Shelly? You like this one, number one, or this one? Which one do you think would have a greater impact that would be more visually clear? Which one you think? Henry, what do you think? What do you think? Do you think this one, number one, or this one, number two? Come on now. Put a number one or a number two. I'm not saying anything yet. Talk to me. Talk to me. Okay, I'm going to choose it. I'm going to choose it then. We'll go with this one. We'll go with this one. Things are hitting me, coming against me. Okay. And then we'll do heartbeat like this. Okay. And I know you feel like dying. Know that. To know. Give me a 5 position. Bye-bye. And the tips of the fingers touch the side of the head. Know that. Okay. Inside, I feel like I'm fading away. I feel weak. Remember the sign for weak, the weak at the knees? Okay, so let's put it together. That silence noisy. Okay, one more time. And then we'll add the second part of it. Doing good, everyone. Continue. I'm proud of you. All right, here we go. That silence noisy. Okay, we're going to add on. That's how it's going to look. All right. So let's give you the signs. So the next one says, the next 3 verses says, but I promise we'll take the world to its feet. So we're going to say no like this. No, but I promise. So hold up, hold up. That's what we're saying. No, no, instead of no, no. We're going to go no, no. We're going to say promise. What you say and what you seal is a promise or a vow. Okay. So this is a sign for promise. What you say and what you seal as the deal, promise. Tap, seal, promise. So we're saying, I promise you, you and I challenge progress strong. Okay, so let's teach those signs. So you, and then to say you and I, you're basically saying the you and the I at the same time. So that's the you and this is the I. So we're going to go back and forth like that. So that's the you pointing at you and this one's pointing back at me, you and I. Okay. So you and I. Okay. And you and I challenge two A's and go head to head like this. Challenge. Now, if you do this, that means with. So you're going to be doing this. Challenge. See the difference? With, challenge. With, challenge. Head to head. Challenge. Now, progress. You're going to use two fives and walk it out step by step, showing progress. Just putting one flat closed five in front of the other and walking it out is showing progress. And what is the sign for strong? Yes, you're correct. Pull from the chest to the S position, strong. Okay. So that's that one. And we'll move mountains. We're going to say do. We're going to so block and pull it down. Block. We're pulling down the challenge. We're pulling down the blocks. So we're going to do it one time. And then we're going to say challenge. No matter what, that's what we'll do. So no matter, and then the sign for will is the five closed five by the ear and just extend out just a little bit out toward your front of the body. Okay. Will. Bring it to its feet. We're saying after we say, what are we doing? We're going to take the block and bring it down. We're going to challenge. Okay. No matter what, will. Then we're going to say, you and I, we're going to connect and together. So we're going to connect. We're going to connect and then move it around and say together. So you and I together, we're going to move through the journey. Try that again. You and I together will move through the journey. You're just basically skating your pinky finger along the surface of your palm of your hand. Okay. Thank you, Henry, for staying with me. I appreciate it. Thank you for those that are still with me. Okay. So we're saying you and I together, we're going to travel the journey. We're going to bring those problems, those mountains to its feet. So we're going to do that. And the way we're going to do that is taking the block, bring it down on this side, take the block, bring it down on this side. And then we're going to do an A position, any like this, any challenge. So you're going to look like this, any. So it's like taking two A's, turn it up towards the ceiling, and just turn it down towards the floor. You have just signed any. So it's going to be block, block, any. Okay. And then any challenge, block down. Okay. So it's kind of a lot of repetitiveness, but it's showing you or showing the deaf audience that anything that's blocked is coming down. It's not a block. It's not just staying there. It's coming down. Okay. So let's put that together. Let me show you how it looks. Let's see. Okay, that's how it's gonna. Let's try it again. You guys are doing great. Okay. time. We're getting it. We're getting it. And it goes back to the chorus. But we're gonna go back to the top. Okay, starting from the top. Woo! We're getting there. All right. About 3 more minutes. So what I'll do is, let's see here. We have that part when the silence is, I think it's one more little part. Let's go to all we need is hope so we can make sure we get through the whole thing. Okay. So we're going to skip past the chorus because it's pretty repetitive. Let's get past that. And we'll go to all we need is hope. Okay. So all we need is hope. We're going to say, you all need what? And then we're going to look up and say, hope him, representing we need hope in God. Okay. For that, we important collaborate support. For that, wow, we collaborate can support. We together rise strong. We rise up. We group, we're going to say group and go. We rise up as a group, strong, continue. We rise up, continue, unity. Okay. So I'm going to go over that part and make sure we have that. Okay. So let me, I think I'm trying to get to, oh, here it is. I got it at 2:39. Okay. Like this. So that's how it's going to go. Okay. So now we're just going to try to go through the whole thing and close it out. Okay. How are you guys feeling? Are you feeling like you're getting some of it? For those of you who have been with me up until these last 7 weeks, I know you're starting to feel more comfortable with it. For those of you who are, just joining, sorry, it started. For those of you who are just joining, then I definitely appreciate you for being here as well. So let's see here. It's telling me to move that there. TikTok, I'm about to lose you on TikTok, but I'm gonna close out. Okay. So drag the puzzle piece in place. Okay, right here. Okay, I'm trying to keep my TikTok book there. So I have 4 minutes. So we got 4 minutes to close out the song. That's perfect timing. So here we go. Um, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. did it, everybody. We did it. Yay! Awesome job. All right. So I want to thank everyone for being here tonight. I'm going to actually take this off and show you a little bit on the ticker. Want you to continue to follow us on all of our different social media platforms. And next week, know that we will have our sign performance to close out our class number 2 that we've been doing live here on the platforms. And it has taken us 8 weeks to learn Rise Up by Andra Day. And so I want you to follow, subscribe, and like us, and make sure you're sharing the information. Also, we are a nonprofit organization, and if you want to donate to help us continue our work, you can do so on PayPal. You can do so on Cash App. You can also do so by Zelle. And the products that we have available, we have our ASL basic training manual for those that are looking to actually teach and facilitate sign language. So this is available. We also have our senior sign 2 book series that we are promoting, and all of your proceeds are tax deductible. And so you get to learn your family signs, content signs. Coming soon, we'll have emotions, activities, places, etc. You can also buy the flashcards. Okay, if you want something instead of having a book, you can take a look at the flashcards, learning the alphabet, and then you get 26 sight words. Here you have lost. And so we definitely want to help expose you more to sign language and have you share it with others. So tonight we are done. Next week is our performance recital, and that's July the 16th. Same time, same place, live on all the different platforms at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Thank you so much for everyone that tuned in. Thank you to my TikTok audience. You guys were amazing. Thank you for the hearts and the love. Thank you guys for that. And I even got some other kind of celebratory symbols out there. Thank you so much. Sending you all much love and blessings. And I'll see you on next week. Be safe. Peace. Bye.